Hello, geeks. Welcome to another episode of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostgeeks. We are here tonight with our usual crew: Chase as Haskell, M as Quill, Matt as Stew Drinker, and Ian as Mooneye. Before we dive into tonight's episode, some quick usual callouts. We are using the system and setting of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition by Wizards of the Coast, and we are playing through their module Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Although I will say we are very far off the tracks. But that is our source of inspiration. This is unsponsored fan content. And a lot of the maps and tokens we're using are from the Rime of the Frostmaiden bundle on Roll20. Although tonight we are using Foundry. We've swapped over. So exciting stuff, lots of changes. This is only my second time DMing on Foundry, so bear with me if there are any technical hiccups or anything like that. Luckily, we have Chase on call, who is the Foundry expert, so hopefully he'll be able to figure out anything we run into. Let's see, I think that's everything. I guess a quick call out to you guys. We just wanted to say again, thank you so much for supporting us on Saturday at our fundraiser stream. It was really fun. It was a long day, but we loved seeing you guys in chat and all of the support. And of course, most of all, we are so happy that we exceeded our goal. So that was really awesome. And just big thanks again. All right, covered everything. Right, guys? Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right.
Ready to go.
Okay. So last week, if you might remember, you guys, the group began the cleansing ritual at the hands of Oima Nartok and her tribe of werebears. They fought off Haskell and Avarice's emotional baggage in the form of very dangerous monsters. Haskell's loss of his previous life in the form of a huggy, clingy, awful creature, and Avarice's just overwhelming loneliness in the form of a terrible monster with grappling hook arms that would pull people in. And they made it through both, though. And now they find themselves in a frosted landscape, looking at a younger Quill than the one in their group. A Quill who was cold, soaking wet, and who was clearly extremely angry.
Same thing.
Same thing. And that is where we will start tonight. So, what do you do?
Quill is still for a moment, just staring over at this younger version of herself, remembering what it felt like when she was pulled out of the ice and was soaking wet and just so full of rage.
She is in fact wearing the ceremonial clothing left over from the ritual, or not the ritual, but the rites of passage, including the, gosh, what was it? The beads. Ian, you would remember because you played the NPC friend, but the little bit on the costume that kind of came undone.
Yeah, she's didn't tie the beads correctly, so that they would clatter off.
Yeah. So including just a ragged string of beads with a few left on it. She looks pretty terrible. And she's right now she's not actually looking at you guys. She is more just raging to the ether at the moment.
Will takes a slow step forward. I remember feeling this way. The anger, the injustice at the world.
What are you going to do about it?
I will speak with her.
Are you quite sure? We have tried speaking with the last two, and it ended quite violently.
Violence is something I am quite used to. But someone, and Quill takes a step forward, needs to let her know that her feelings are justified. How high up is this little ridge thing? If I
It's like a 10-foot clamber.
Cool. I'm gonna cast a spell and fly up there, and I'm just gonna totally waste a spell slot to do it. I'm gonna
spell slot.
Style spell slot for sure. So I lift up, the wind carries me just like in a little cyclone as I just like cast, I don't know. What do I cast here? Does it matter?
Does it have to be at least a level 1? Or
it has to be at least level 1. I'll cast Fog Cloud, actually.
Oh.
So that it's like this cool, epic, like fog lifting me up, and it actually conceals both myself and her for a moment from everyone's eyes.
Okay. I'm as on Saturday, I'm not good yet with the radius effect, so there's a fog cloud there.
Cool.
How big is it?
It is.
It's a 10 foot.
I put it in here. Did that
foot radius?
Put it in there? First
I'm not
level.
seeing it.
He's up now.
Fog
there,
cloud, 20 foot radius.
Okay.
Yeah, Chase is on call. He can do it.
Yeah, Chase can do it. Perfect. So we're like totally concealed as fog just swooshes out away. And I would like to... Oh, sorry.
Really quick, just Avarice glances at the group and she says, Haskell, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we overcome by not giving in to the emotion?
I think it's something she has to do for herself. We can't force her for it.
All right. She looks on, worried, more concerned, but she will stay put. Inside the fog cloud, what is happening?
Inside the fog cloud, Quill gets down on one knee, so she's face to face with her younger self, looking up a little bit at her as the girl rages. And she'll say, I understand what you are feeling. I feel it too still. A storm in our veins. It fuels us, makes us stronger.
We have to show Mother what this means.
She cannot get away with what she has done.
I have vowed that I will get my revenge.
And
she will pay for it.
People have told you all of your life to let go of the anger, to be calm, to be tranquil. But that is not what we deserve. We deserve vengeance.
She smiles and nods, and you see her start to transform a bit.
Can I take the hand of her as she transforms and say like one last line to her?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take her hand as she like begins to form into a monster. Just remember, little one, we are on the same side, not opposites.
Okay, she transforms, and I will just swap these out. And I'll show you guys some artwork.
I don't wanna.
I don't wanna see it. She turns into this.
Oh, that is surprisingly the least awful one so far.
It is. The hands are a little disturbing. It's kind of weirdly formed, but yeah, it's not as bad.
That's disturbing.
Let's
be clear here.
A little. It is a little bad.
The other one had like whip spear hands.
That's
like,
true. That's true.
I'd rather have hooks for hands than whip spear hands.
You heard it here
I'd even
first,
take the
folks.
extra face.
Chase ever has the choice, he will take the hook hands instead of the whip spear hands. All right. This creature actually moves past you, Quill.
Okay.
And
yeah.
starts.
Quill totally expected this for some reason. She was like, if this one knows that I'm on its side, we will go destroy together. So she's like following right behind.
Okay.
I can't see through that fog cloud, Quill. What's happening?
Silence greets Haskell.
You guys hear the slipping and sliding of rocks, and like, I don't know what you would imagine the sound of a hook like sliding down rock would sound like.
Like chalk on a chalkboard.
Oh no.
And then a thud in the snow, and this thing comes charging out. And we need to roll initiative.
I got legit 2 waves of chills from that horrible image. I shouldn't have, but it was a bad image.
And I need to not have.
For new
peaceful
people
music.
of Foundry, we can right-click our tokens, and if we click the little swords and shield icon, it'll add us to the combat tracker. And then the combat tracker is on the top right. It's the little icon that looks like 2 crossed swords with the yellow background. And then we have a little dice right next to our name that we can click to roll initiative. Also,
right.
Chat, how beautiful are Haskell's dice there on the screen? They're the chromatic purple ones.
Those look so sick.
Where did my guy go? Okay. I can adjust it manually later, right, Chase?
Yeah, you can right click it and hit update combatant, and you can just click and drag their place and put them where you want.
Okay, because I don't have any of this guy's
I love its name.
stats in.
Its name is the Angry.
When I was searching in the like artwork for it really quick to show you guys the artwork, I accidentally typoed and put the Angie, and now I have that in my head like it's Angie.
You have to do a baby voice for it the whole time if you did that.
What is your dex? Okay, cool. All right, Haskell. You don't see Quill yet, because she's still in the fog.
I
but
won
this thing
initiative?
comes-
What?
Yes, you did. It comes
When do
charging
I-
out and it looks around, and it looks angry.
Okay, so I don't see Quill, but I see that thing.
Yeah.
Oh gods. Did it kill Quill?
I need to
Quill's
roll for
voice is gonna ring out. Do not harm it. We have a common enemy.
What common enemy is that, Quill? It's looking at us with death and despair.
Then perhaps you should convince it that you are not our mother.
Haskell looks around and puts his hands up. I look nothing like your mother. Fine, creature. I am not
Quill,
Quill's
are you
mother.
saying you wish to use this creature as a weapon?
Silence answers you, Moon Eye.
Okay, so Haskell, are you
I'm gonna
chilling?
hold.
Gonna hold.
Because I don't belong in the first initiative spot. That doesn't happen.
Okay. Stew Drinker. You are up.
Okay. I mean, having faced these odd creatures throughout these challenges so many times before, Stew Drinker is apprehensive, but seeing Haskell show so much restraint, Stew Drinker, all he's gonna do, he's actually just gonna move forward, but he will not be brandishing his weapon. In fact, he'll be holding it like one hand holding the hilt, the other hand holding the blade, by kind of lifting it upward, as though a show of peace. But that'll be it.
Okay.
This is how we get a hook in our neck.
Yeah.
Maybe our mother will appear.
Our mother? Why do you keep saying our mother, Quill?
Because there's two of me.
Oh, right. Okay.
This creature, it like looks at all of you kind of confused, like frustrated and confused, and it starts
one face for each.
Yeah. And they kind of you can't understand really what they're saying, but they seem to bicker with each other. They like finally look at each other and are like squabbling back and forth, and they seem uncertain about what to do. And Avarice calls out, "Quill, this is what you were sent in here to overcome, weren't you? Not, I don't know, turn it on others." And it is your turn, Quill.
Okay, perfect. I would like to slide down the ice, similar to how my other did. What do I need to roll for that?
Athletics.
To fall? Perfect.
Just to fall gracefully.
To fall with grace. I want to fall with grace. Athletics. Boom. Normal roll, please. 10.
It's a very normal roll. It's certainly, it's not with style, but you get down.
They can't see me because I'm in the cloud anyways, but I step out next to this thing in front of Avarice. I do not see how killing is going to change my personality, Avarice.
You would be surprised.
And she's just gonna like reach out and like put a soothing hand on this big, fleshy beast beside her. We have a common goal. And when it is destroyed, that is when we are going to feel better.
Are you doing any combat actions?
No combat actions.
Okay.
I'm just comforting. I can roll diplomacy if you want on this anger.
No, that's okay.
Can I insight Quill?
Sure.
Is that allowed out of turn?
Oh, I mean, we aren't doing combat actions right this moment, so that's fine.
How about you take a 22? I want to see if like Quill like knows what she's doing. Like, is she embracing this darkness? Was she bluffing? I want to get a read on Quill.
She's not bluffing. She really empathetically did connect with the moment that she saw this thing, and it just really brought back that memory really powerfully. And she's mad. Its feelings are her feelings. And yeah, she seems like irritated that people are arguing with her.
I don't know if you understand what you're doing here, Quill.
I understand that people have told me my whole life to not feel this way, to not be angry or want my revenge, but I deserve it, Haskell.
This is not letting go, though, like we discussed. You understand that, right?
I don't have to let go of my rage. This was supposed to cure me of Levistus. That is what I agreed to, not this.
Haskell's gonna look to Avarice.
She looks
one and the same.
She'll look at Quill. Quill, Levistus uses what you give him. He used my loneliness as a way to get me under his thumb, and I am not there anymore. You don't have to be either, but you have to let go of this.
This is something I've held onto me my entire life and have never been able to fulfill. This is the one thing that I don't want to let go of. I don't want Levistus to have control of me or my life, but this is who I am. It is unrelated to him.
Your mother is not in this realm, nor will she be in this realm.
I look over at this monster beast that I have my hand still on. Can you sense her? Is she here?
It looks around confused and sort of howls, like angry and pained. And Avarice looks at you, Quill, and she says, "I'm so sorry." And she's going to cast a spell.
Oh, okay. Let's do this thing.
She'll just firebolt it. Well, no, she'll use a magic missile.
Come on, we know you want to fireball all of us.
While you're rolling your fireball, Troy, I feel like it's important that people know that I have a little heart-shaped charm on my bracelet.
Oh, how appropriate for this.
The little unicorn right in the middle of the heart.
Aww.
Oh, it's telling me I have no spell slots. That's a lie. Okay, well, I'll just roll it. So 3 things. We'll do 3d4 plus 3. So a whole 10 damage to this guy. Girl, I guess. This creature. And Avarice shoots that, and then she as she casts this, she took your hand, Quill, and she says, "I'm so sorry," and then she backs away.
So Avarice just scorched this thing?
Just, yeah, magic missiled it. And now it's Moon Eye's turn. Now this thing looks like enraged. And it's turned its sights, all 4 of its eyes, on Avarice.
I'm going to call on the Moonmaiden to give us strength. And I will cast the Aid of the Evening Fall at a 3rd level, so everyone is going to go up by 10 temporary hit points.
Is that including Avarice?
I can only do 3.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm actually going to give it to Avarice, Stu, Drinker, and Haskell.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what's going on here with Quill.
10 temporary hit points, you said?
Yep.
Nice. I'm so freaking healthy right now.
Okay, are you moving or doing any bonus actions? Oh, I forgot that Avarice is like so close to death. I haven't updated her sheet yet. She's looking very bad. I forgot. That's okay though. She's got 10 more now.
How do I move?
You can use the arrow keys or you can click and drag your token.
Oh, I see. Okay. I couldn't get clean drag, but the arrows were. Yeah, that's fine. Just that move is good.
Okay. Haskell, you're up. Avarice kind of glanced at you as she backed away too, and sort of so with pleading eyes.
Betrayed.
Haskell's gonna stare at Quill and like look at her for an answer.
Of course you would not understand.
I'm trying to understand. Just talk to me. What do you want from us here?
I have tried to talk. You have all chosen your side. And she shoots another look at Avarice.
We've chosen nothing. Stop overreacting.
We do not
I haven't called you naive in some time. Don't make me
do
do it again. Haskell's gonna have one eye flare, kind of a white golden color, and the other flare purple. And he's just gonna look over at this thing, and he's gonna cast Hideous Laughter. It's to make me a wisdom saving.
Does that count as a charm?
It's enchantment. Let me see. Does it have the charm effect? Let's see. I don't think it does.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Tori, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since Quill is connecting so strongly with this thing, and like she considers it part of herself, can she take the effect of the spell onto herself instead of letting this thing be affected? Like, can she step in the way and like protect it? I know it's not rules as written.
Let me look at this spell really quick.
Okay.
Hideous Laughter.
I put it in the chat for you too, if you need to see it.
With that, okay, blah.
And I guess that he pulls out a couple of little tarts and a feather and waves them in the air as he does this, because that is my material components.
Look how funny!
I'm gonna say no, Quill, because it's not a spell. I think I would if it were a spell attack roll, but this is something that Haskell is targeting specifically.
Okay.
So it's like coming very specifically from him. I think if it were something he were like throwing or like shooting a fire, like
can I
bolt
cast
or something.
self spells on it? Like if its thing targets myself, may I cast a self spell?
I would consider it.
Okay,
but we'll go on a case by case.
Just gonna, yeah.
Listen, the left head thinks tarts are really funny. The right head thinks feathers really funny. I don't think either are funny. Okay.
Stupid saving throw. What's my DC, friend?
It's low. It's lower than that. So you're gonna roll it again. Wait, I have a hero point. Roll it again.
You guys are so spoiled with hero points, you've stopped even checking. You're just like,
and
do
actually,
it again.
If that's the lowest -2, it's gonna fail automatically. I guess failed. I don't know if that's bonuses.
It does, but that's not going to be high enough. I don't think. A 7, or yeah, I rolled a 7.
Yeah, wave a feather at him very passive aggressively.
This thing's laughter is the most horrific thing you've ever heard.
What does it sound like?
I can't even begin to mimic it, but it's like, let me think of an, I don't know, because its voice is really deep and kind of echoey and bellowy. Yeah, but then add like.
Hey, so you and I have to do it both at the same time, okay?
Awful. Yeah, but even worse. So good job. Okay. That's a great approximation.
Blushing underneath all this.
Take what me and Em just did, times it by 10 is what Tori is saying.
Yes. Okay. It starts laughing though. So you have successfully cast this spell. Are you moving or doing anything else, sir?
You know what? I'm gonna step up to Quill and I'm gonna stare up at her like a pouty little halfling.
Hurting me! It is just a lost child. And Hirsch has both hands on it. It's all sad, and it's not even looking at Haskell.
Haskell's just gonna
all of her attention is on this thing.
Furrow his brows and look to the thing and look back to her. It's laughing. I thought my joke was funny. Now settle down.
Let us feel what we want to feel, Haskell.
Stew Drinker, you're up.
Stew Drinker, still holding a sword in the same way, is gonna take a step towards Quill.
She flinches, as if you were gonna hurt her.
He's gonna I'd say when she flinches, he just kind of backs back up a little bit and says, "Don't worry, Quill. We're your friends. There was something you said that made me really sad. You said that this anger, that this is you, and that's not true. Sure, the anger's a part of you, but you're so much more than this. You're so much more than what you feel about your mother. We've seen so many more parts of you. You're our friend. We love you, Quill. Please.
Then don't hurt us. Let us exist the way that we want to.
All right, I'm gonna move to the next turn. This thing is still laughing, but correct me if I'm wrong, Chase, I do get to repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn, right?
Yeah. And if it took damage, it gains advantage. I need to do a quick announcement for chat. I have the major blessing of the heart, which means that I get 2 for 1 on hero points now. So if you want extra bang for your hero point buck,
it's a BOGO deal on Haskell hero points.
Yep.
Dang.
Hero point special right now.
That is not going to do it, I think. What is your DC? It's like a 14? What's your DC these days?
14.
Oh, look at my memory.
Reroll it.
Well, no, it didn't pass.
Oh, okay.
Would you
Never
chill
mind. Don't
out
reroll
with
it.
the hero points?
Calm down, Haskell.
I have 2 for 1 right now. I'm gonna
You
go
are up,
nuts.
Okay, Quill wants to cast a self spell on this thing.
Okay,
And
what
the
do you
spell
want to
is
cast?
Blade Ward. So I do like a sigil. I draw a sigil in the air, and it gives myself resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
Yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Blade Ward. It only lasts 1 round, but I'm gonna cast on it, and I'm gonna say, "Go, run!" And she's gonna push it, see if it will giggle, laugh its way away. And
Hey.
Chase and I will do the laugh again if you wish.
Oh, I should
I
point
know
out
what
it's
voice
on the
filter I
ground
did.
laughing.
Was my voice filter
On the
deep?
ground, it can't stand.
No, it falls prone laughing. It's a gut
laughing,
buster.
Can I help it up?
I mean, it's incapacitated.
Okay, then I'm
From
just gonna
this.
cast the spell, and I'm gonna have myself over it, protecting it as it giggles upon the ground.
You're right, Chase. I should have done a voice filter for this laugh. Let me grab one really quick. This is gonna be awful.
Very excited. That sounds like demonic Santa Claus, and I'm on board.
The only
for
bummer
it.
of this mic is I can't hear the voice filter, so I'm glad it came off so awfully. Okay. Are you moving?
Not moving.
Quill?
Nope,
Okay.
not moving.
It's Avarice's turn. She now looks kind of mad, which is so new for Avarice, right? Who would have seen that coming?
I mean, we're like, change your ways, Avarice. And then Quill's like, just kidding.
She's like, so Avarice says, "Don't you all see? Quill, you cannot hold on to this thing. This is not part of you. It's a wild creature that has controlled you for too long, and Levistus is using it to get to you. You cannot be free while you are dragging this around, and I am trying to help you." It looks like she has another spell at the ready, but she knows enough about magic to realize that Haskell's spell is going to continue to hold on.
See, Avarice, we're such good friends.
So she looks like she is ready to cast something at it as soon as it stops
Laughing.
as soon as the spell wears off. Yeah.
Cool.
It looks fiery in nature.
What?
But
I'm
it's
shocked.
not fire, Paul. Don't worry. You guys have seen that plenty of times.
Haskell will turn this bus around so fast.
She is actually going to position herself over here, though, in case she needs to run away from Quill. Moon Eye, you're up.
Avarice is correct. Quill, this is your choice to make, but I do not understand what you are trying to do. You wish to not confront this creature? To look back at what has controlled you? That is fine, but you need to be clear to us that that is your choice.
I want to be free of Levistus, but keep everything about myself. It is not that complicated.
I don't think slaying this is going to take everything about yourself.
It is going
This is
to
a purification ritual. This is what Levistus
How
wants
do you
to
feel
see.
different? How does
don't hear the
Avarice
voices
feel
anymore.
different? These are messing with our emotions, and it is going to change how I feel. That is not what I signed up to do.
Have you stopped to listen about how they feel? Give them a moment to speak to you.
We both understand, but if it wishes to speak, I would listen. If Haskell would drop his spell.
Moon Eye, are you taking any combat actions? Are you moving?
No.
Okay. Then we'll go to Haskell.
Haskell's gonna just narrow his eyes at her. My destiny's tied to yours. You want it to stop. I will make it stop. But this isn't going to fix what you wanted to fix. I just hope you know that. And I hope that your reasonings are being clear with us. Don't you lie
What do you
to me,
mean if I
Quill.
am being clear? I have not lied to you, Haskell. I don't want to take away a core part of myself that I have felt since I was a child. You saw, that was my child self. I have felt this way for so long.
Does Haskell feel different?
Yeah, we kind of talked about that last time. You don't feel like this presence that I think last time I said it felt like a piece had been broken off, but a piece that you didn't realize wasn't you until it was gone.
Like, I still feel like myself. Like, I don't feel like I've been like altered in some sort of icky way or anything.
No, you feel like you.
I still feel like myself, Quill. I still have the pain and the memories. It just feels like unwanted passengers were set away.
The pain, I will say this, the pain and the memories feel softer. Like they are not driving you anymore. They are part of you and they are there. You haven't like forgotten that happened. But it just, it doesn't feel quite as poignant as it used to.
Okay.
Or perhaps not as all-consuming as maybe it used to.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to say that. And then Haskell is going to step back over here from Avarice. He's going to stare Quill right in the eyes the entire time he does. And he's going to stop concentrating on the spell.
Are you indicating to Avarice that she should not sling
hold
her
up a
spell?
hand.
Okay. That was Avarice's trigger, so she will wait. Stew Drinker, your turn.
Stew Drinker, does he recognize the spell that Quill has cast upon the angry?
Have you ever used Blade Ward before, Quill?
I've never used it before. I've had it since level 1.
I don't think so, Stu. I don't think you've seen this before and you're not familiar enough with magic to recognize it.
Great. In that case, Stew Drinker will... he's just going to stab his sword into the snow and wait for Quill to have a conversation.
Quill actually looks over as you stab the thing. That's like your sword into the snow, and she looks up at you, and like you can see like there's like a bunch of tears in her eyes that she's like trying really hard to not let drip down her face. And she's just looking at you.
Stew Drinker will hold out his hands, his arms outstretched, but won't advance, recognizing that, I mean, as far as for Quill, it's up to her.
Okay.
All right. It's the Angie's turn. It stops laughing. It gets up, and it looks even more furious. And Quill, you do feel like it is like a direct reflection of how you are feeling right now about this situation as well, in addition to just the anger you feel toward your mother and everything that happened. And it gets up and it charges immediately toward Avarice.
Quill screams.
And it attacks Avarice.
Stop! No, don't!
With its big hook hands, it slices at her.
Better than whip pans.
Wow, that was a very bad roll. Let's see. That
Avarice,
one.
if you get hit by a 3, I'm gonna be real upset.
Well, this thing does have bonuses. What is Avarice's?
She's a good mage. Doesn't mean she has a good AC.
That's very true. Okay. That one misses.
Affirmated.
Okay.
Yeah, you are affirmated. Don't know if that matters.
That one is gonna hit though.
Haskell kicks some snow up in its face as it charges Avarice.
Oh my gosh, you guys, everyone remember this. This is the first time Haskell is protecting Avarice with a 0 point.
Don't make a big deal about it. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so that would be another 3. Okay, it misses both of its hooks.
Now for both of its faces.
But it's going to I'm gonna wait. I don't have. I do have villain points. Didn't have villain points at first. Hungriest clone coming in with the villain points. I'm gonna use some of those right now. And it casts a spell, which it doesn't really. It sort of does like an imitation of what you've seen Quill do many, many times. It does its foot circle thing, and kind of mutters the incantation. And Quill, you instantly recognize this as Witch Bolt, and it casts it toward Avarice.
Oh no, Avarice! But you're in melee range, so she has advantage,
gonna have
right?
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll the 2 and see what they are. Oh, a critical failure.
Because disadvantage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can
okay.
I say, just because our feelings are so tethered, like you said, it was feeling what I was feeling, that my emotional bond with it, and as it goes for Avarice, pulls on its attention, and
yeah, a little bit.
Not tied that closely.
Well, you can see that it does sort of it gets a little confused, but you feel like it is not under your control.
Okay.
It did not pull back from Avarice. It was maybe a little muddled, but it is clearly still angry and going after her, and it is your turn.
Okay, tears are now freely slipping down Quill's cheeks as she looks at this thing going after Avarice. A sob breaks in her chest as she looks over at Stew Drinker, falling to her knees in the snow.
If you're going to accept this, then at least control your emotions. Get it in check.
Shut up, Haskell. I'm talking still. Just teasing you, Chase. She's looking up at Stew Drinker. She's looking up at Stew Drinker, and she's going to say, stop it. Don't let it kill Avarice. I can't lift a hand against this thing.
All right, Quill. If that's what you want.
And she just turns her face away.
All right. It is Avarice's turn. She looks fearful for her life, as you might imagine. What is she gonna do? She will disengage, and she'll clamber. Well, actually, no, she's just gonna run backward. 15, 20, 25, 30. She runs away from it, and that is her turn. Moonai, you are up. And she shouts, Quill, see, this is not something you can control. It is controlling you. Please.
Quill's just crying. She doesn't answer. She just has her head down, hands and knees in the snow, just crying.
All right, Moonai.
Moonai's gonna step over to Quill and kneel down. Quill, I know this is hard for you, but I fear that we cannot stop this creature. Only you can. If you do not want Avarice to be hurt by it, you cannot turn away. You must face it.
How can you ask this thing of me? It's not fair.
It is not easy, but fair is not the question here. You must ask yourself, what is more important to you? Holding on to this creature within you, or holding on to Avarice?
A high, pitched, keen sounds in the air as Quill struggles with this choice. and then reaches up to take your hand to stand up.
I'll help her rise.
Would you like to take any final actions?
I will cast. I will cast Warding Bond on Will.
Okay.
So
Very
Will will
good.
have a higher AC and saving throws and resistances of a +1. And I will take the damage.
Very good.
That is so nice.
That is so nice. Okay, Haskell, you're up. This thing is very mad, but you see that its two heads are looking. One is looking at Avarice, and one is looking at you.
Okay, he looks so frustrated. He's gonna just step over here in front
Haskell's
of it
just done.
to block the path, and he's gonna stare up at it. Look at what you're doing. You're upsetting her. This is your future self. She's stronger than you are now. Just leave it be. Let go of your rage if she can't. And he's casting Vicious Mockery. He's to make a wisdom saving throw.
How wooed.
Do it
That's
again.
high.
Do it again,
Okay.
Tori. No, I didn't mean roll the same number
I
again,
rolled the
Tori.
same number.
You said do it again, Chase. The dice were confused.
Yeah.
Why are your dice so specific?
All right, that passes.
Ugh.
It just roars in your face. A little bit of spittle flies out of its mouth, and
he looks so
lands on
mad that
you.
he's gonna look back at Stew Drinker. Stew Drinker, don't let it kill her lover. She's going to regret it forever. And he's gonna wipe the spit from his face and inspire Stew Drinker.
cool. On that note, Stew Drinker, you are up.
All right. So,
All out of inspires, by the way, friends.
Stew Drinker is going to pull that sword out from the snow. Will that take up an action for me to do that?
It'll use half your movement, I'll say, which shouldn't make a
Okay.
huge difference.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I don't know. It feels like a fast action, you know? You just
Yeah.
pull the sword.
It's like a
agree.
flavor stab in the snow.
Yeah. Okay, so in that case, I'll move the 20 feet right up next to the angry, and
Angie.
I'm gonna attack recklessly.
Okay.
I love how your sword in the description says puddinged.
Yeah. Okay.
23
So
total. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, that will hit.
All right. This will be 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'll take a second swing with my extra attack. $21 total.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. For 14 points of damage.
Nice. You are swinging at this thing and you are hitting it and it's doing damage. But
Mhm.
you feel like it's just like a tougher than you expected it to be.
Okay.
Feels like it is resisting your blows somewhat.
All right. So after taking those two swings, seeing this toughness, he's going to look back at Quill and say, "We need you for this."
All right.
Man. Okay.
It is the creature's turn, and it looks still murderously at Avarice. And
Why dare you to slide down that ice, Angie?
it's instead going to turn its attention to Haskell, who is arguably the person who pisses off Quill even more than Avarice attacking.
Haskell's a knack for that. That's like his whole build.
That's true.
I dare you to hit my AC of 12.
Oh, why are we so aggressive about that?
I have a lot of health right now, so I feel okay about this.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Don't you love when you read a thing and then it just immediately leaves your brain? Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Chase, what's a quick way to quickly roll advantage? Is there like a...
When you click on like an attack or something, it should ask you if you want to roll advantage or normal or not.
Oh, well, I'm just...
Otherwise, if you want to just roll a dice, you can click the quick dice roll and click 2d20s.
Okay, so that is a...
I bet it's a 12.
17.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, that hits.
16, but yes, it will hit you for some damage.
Do it.
It's gonna do... Wow, that was the lowest D12 roll of all time.
Yeah!
That's gonna do 7 damage plus some psychic damage. As you feel like you get hit and it hurts because hook hands on your flesh, but also in your mind is just this searing white hot rage that feels like a million quills all screaming at you.
Yeah, he's just gonna clench his jaw and straight face it. I've heard such voices before. Do your worst.
25 psychic damage.
It's pocket change.
Is it? Okay.
Really?
And it's gonna attack one more time.
Oh my goodness, I'm about to get so many hero
there's
points.
a crit fail. But I have advantage. Hang on.
Oh.
No!
That is gonna hit, I think.
Reroll it with one of
okay.
my million hero points I just got.
8 and 4. I rolled an 8 last time to hit you, so
But it's -2.
That's true. So it'll be a 14.
That hits me still.
It was a good try.
It was. I spit at it anyways. That's how I make it reroll.
Okay, which just makes it angrier, as you might imagine. For another 11 damage.
I am fine, everyone.
It just is like raging and shouting and roaring at Haskell and like slicing him apart with its hook hands. And then finally I'm going to cast, I'm going to use another villain point to cast my Witch Bolt at Avarice, still with disadvantage because melee range.
My goodness.
Although it does have advantage because of its cool thing, so that's a flat roll. So it's gonna hit Avarice for some lightning damage.
Wait, did it hit her?
It did hit her.
Roll it again.
Okay.
Oh.
Got 11 hero points. You might as well just start rolling at disadvantage, Tori.
Oh no.
Still gonna hit her, and it's gonna do 11. Which, thanks to Moon Eye's temp HP, is not quite enough to drop her down.
I'm going to. My eye will flare light, and the moonlight that is wrapped around her will intensify and absorb another 14.
Wow, so it just absorbs all of it.
Look at all of us protecting Quill's girlfriend.
Working together. Okay, so this lightning, this witch bolt comes from this thing and just zaps at Avarice, but this cool shield of moonlight comes down and blocks it. And that is its turn. So now it is up to Quill. You see this thing is just fully off the leash now. And in a it is like an evil stew drinker, just in a complete blind rage.
That's terrifying.
Quill takes a slow step forward, just so emotionally distraught over this as she starts walking. You are not wrong, she says quietly, and like wind picks up behind her and like pushes her forward as like just like those mini, like all of her emotions start manifesting in like a storm and starts like just pushing at her back, guiding her towards what she knows she has to do. You should have your revenge. And in her hands, a big flaming scimitar appears. She's like, but you cannot take my friends. The spell I just cast is called Flame Blade, yes. And it's a bonus action to cast, so I can still attack. I use a melee spell attack roll to attack with this thing.
Didn't know you were so cool.
You know what? I've been cool for a long time.
Well, why you been holding the flaming scimitar out on us, huh?
You don't like being in melee. I don't know how to roll my attack.
That was not the words of a cool person.
You just can add your same spell attack bonus.
Okay.
So just you can roll a d20, or if you have a spell
I just
that
meant
does a
like
spell attack
in
roll.
my character sheet. I don't know how to do this.
Does it not give you an attack option on the spell?
No, I just put it in there, and it's like it basically told me to get effed.
It'll be the same attack bonus as your.
Okay, I think it's +7. So here it comes. Oh, that's so lame. 16.
16 is not enough to get
I'm
through
gonna hero
this
point.
thing's tough
We are
flesh.
affirmated.
Oh, 17.
Uh,
And it has so many people surrounding it. Do we have flanking rules?
oh yeah, I forgot we do that, sort of. Yes.
Do we?
You roll with advantage, I think, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll again.
17 will hit, though.
A 17 will hit. Okay, cool.
And you're not going to crit, but
The 19. All right. Okay. All right. So I do 3d6 flame damage to this thing. So she still has just like tears streaming down her cheeks as she lifts this up and comes down on its back. Both hands. 13 damage. I'm going to spend a hero point to increase that damage by 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
22.
22. Did I roll poorly on any of those? Yep, I rolled a 1, so I'm going to re-roll one of the d6s and spend a sorcery point.
Okay.
So whatever this damage is, minus 1, so 4 more
So
damage.
4 more. Okay. Okay, this thing cries out in pain and rage, and you, in a similar way that, yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
You feel like everyone's attacks like have hit this thing and done stuff, but this feels like the first blow that has hurt it, that it like really, really felt.
Mm-hmm. Quill echoes its scream, and it's just like her tears are just like freely flowing at this point, smearing her face paint as she looks at this thing. I didn't want to do this. You deserve better. And she readies her blade for another attack. But that's my turn. Those are all my actions.
Cool. It is Avarice's turn. She looks. She takes just a half second to see everyone rallying around her and helping to protect her, and she smiles at Haskell, who stepped in front of the monster.
Don't make a big deal about it.
And she's going to cast Fireball. No, just kidding. She's going to. I should specify her smile was very sinister.
So fast.
No, she's going to cast Scorching Ray and shoot some flaming rays at it. have slots. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Here we go. All right. Cast. It's 3. Raise. Yes. That one. That will hit. She will miss her second one. And sadly miss her third one.
How embarrassing for you,
It
Avarice.
is pretty embarrassing. But she will she'll damage it for one of them at least. For 7 damage. And she will shout to Quill, I know you can do this. You are strong enough. And Moonlight is up.
Moonlight will step forward. Stand by Quill. And place his hand on her back again. I'm just like the spell. Maiden, please give your guiding eye to my dear friend. And I will give guiding love of the maiden. Which you can add a d4 to a roll before or after.
Okay.
And don't forget about the +1 you have on your rolls too from me. Cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Haskell, you are up.
Did we decide if the Charm of the Heart drink was a bonus action or an action?
You can do a bonus action if you want. It's a charm, so.
Okay, and Avarice has a bolt of lightning connecting between her and this thing, right?
No, it
Correct.
did not successfully attach. I'm pretty
well,
sure.
it did,
right?
but it didn't damage her.
Oh, so does it not attach? So it did not attach?
Well, I guess it did technically attach because it did hit, but Moonlight absorbed the damage.
Oh.
Is what happened.
So my question is, though, is there a bolt of lightning attached to her?
Yes.
Currently, yes.
Okay. Then Haskell is going to pull out this little flask that he just always knew was going to be there. He felt the Chewinga slip this little flask on his belt, and he's going to drink it as a bonus action, and it restores all my hit points because that is my blessing of the heart.
Lovely.
So all of his hook wounds go away, and then he is going to turn around. He's gonna duck under a hook hand, and he's gonna just throw like this bolt of spiraling white magic towards Avarice, and I'm gonna cast a spell magic on her.
Okay. That should, I believe that should just automatically dispel it.
Which is a first level spell,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it goes away then.
Okay, so the lightning connection fizzles out.
Okay, that's my turn.
Stew Drinker, you're up.
All right. Stew Drinker's just gonna keep swinging away. At this moment, he knows that Quill is the one who's got to take this down, but Stew Drinker is gonna be like kind of trying to make eye contact with her and nodding at her of like, we got this together. And he will recklessly attack again. The 17 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. 12 damage from my puddinged sword. And I will do my extra attack. 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
10 damage.
Okay.
And that'll be it for Stew Drinker.
All right. It is this thing's turn now. And it is just so mad. It's going to slide down the rocks here. You 3 can make up attacks.
Okay.
If you'd like.
I crashed
Definitely.
my foundry out on accident. Trey, will you make one for me with my icicle?
It is not going to leave your zone, so
Oh, okay.
it like
I'm not
hooks
one of
its hand into the rock and kind of
I will
whips
re-roll mine
around
with a
behind
hero
you.
point because a nat 1 is not going to happen. I have a +1. That brings me to a 17, 18 with chat.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I got a 24.
Yep.
12 points of damage.
Quill, are you currently wielding a weapon?
Yeah, the
Flame
flame blade.
scimitar. How
Oh,
can
that's
you
right.
forget?
That's true. That's
The
right.
coolest
That's right.
thing she's ever done.
I'm not used to her having a melee weapon.
Me
that's all.
either. 13 damage.
Okay,
Nice.
and Stu, yours was 12, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Moon Eye, are
Sorry,
you making?
I liked your math face, by the way.
I don't have a weapon out, so no.
Okay, that's fair. You could punch it.
Unk.
That is allowed if you wanted to.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll give it a punch.
I don't know if you're proficient. You're probably not proficient with unarmed.
I am
well,
not.
I guess yeah. So it'll just be your strength without your proficiency bonus, and I suppose it'll just be 1 damage plus your strength. Well, no, it'll just be 1 damage because you're not proficient. So we'll see if you add to if you clunk it on the head as it ducks out. Are you affirmated? You are. So that'll hit. You'll do 1 baby damage.
1 damage.
Nice.
How do you do it? No, I'm just kidding. That would be hilarious. It comes up behind you, Haskell, and is just howling with rage, and it's gonna continue to slash at you.
Haskell's just grinning at it. He feels like he used to making fun of Quill when she was all young and naive.
Wow.
An 18 is my higher dice.
It's got advantage, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna make it reroll. Just hit. No, I got 10 hero points.
You
Do it
absolutely-
again.
Bruh.
18
And he stopped
was
saying
my
do it
highest
again.
again.
And he starts saying do it worse.
Do it worse. Okay. It once again attacks you, and with its first hit, you feel that like the rage of the previous round of everyone attacking it like jolts into your mind. I'll just roll all the damage all together, but some of it is psychic, some of it is physical.
Yeah, that's okay. I feel like I should have resistance to psychic, but I do.
That is a total of 36.
It's fine. Do it again.
I will. It's mad. 15 is my highest.
Do it worse with a hero point.
Okay.
Do it worse. The specification is out there.
Worse. It's probably
9,
still too much.
7. It's a 12. Yeah, I know. A 9 minus 2. This is 7.
Exactly hits me because
so yeah, I was making sure it was a 12. It's over 12. All right. It will hit you again.
Hey, Moon Eye. How about a little bit of that damage reduction hero point juice you got over there?
Oh, are you getting hit down? I know you got hit.
I'm hit for approximately 200 damage tonight.
That is 15.
Oh, I can take that one. That one's fine.
But I will, Moon Eye's eye will widen again, and the light around you will intensify and absorb 14.
Nice.
All
I
right,
like one
so
damage
that
better, I
last
must
hit.
admit.
Okay, and then how many villain points am I sitting on right now? 4. I'm going to use 2 villain points to let it take another attack action as it just spins off into a rapid, furious chop at Haskell.
I'm just gonna hero point. Just roll disadvantage, Tori. Just I don't know. Maybe not. Is that actually gonna miss me?
6. No, it's not.
Okay, then re-roll and then miss me. -2.
Maybe.
-2 make it miss me. Hey, that's gotta miss me, right?
It does not still miss you.
With the -2? Didn't you hit me right on the money last time, though?
No. I said it was over 12.
Oh, okay.
Yikes.
It has a decent bonus, and Haskell's AC is roll low. He's a poor
pretty
squishy
bad.
fellow who said, I don't need armor anymore. It's
true.
useless to me. Which, to be fair, I don't know. Actually, you know what, Haskell? I think if you were wearing armor, that last one wouldn't have hit you, but that's okay.
That's okay. It was uncomfortable.
Just think how much damage you're absorbing for everybody else.
So much.
That is 21 damage.
Yeah. I'm still fine. This is all fine.
And it'll
Everything's
swing
fine.
one more time. That's it. You want me to roll again?
Roll it again.
Okay. One of these times is bound to work. Not this time, though. That's the highest of 19.
I'm gonna.
The lowest one, I guess, would be still hitting you. 8.
I refuse to hit the ground, Tori. I'm using 3 hero points and I'm staying up.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're down to 1 now. Okay.
So you just survived like 8 attacks.
Yeah, you know, it's fine.
All right. It's just like destroying. And Quill, it's probably kind of confusing for you too, because as you know, you're kind of emotionally connected to this thing, though, even though it's like out of control. But you feel sort of in the back of your mind like this satisfying like justification, like all the times Haskell ever belittled you or like made you mad or insulted you or talked down at you or anything like that. Like, as much as you might hate to admit it, there is just this tiny sliver that feels connected to this thing that is satisfied.
I don't hate to admit that.
Okay, well, well, however you're feeling about
Sinister
it.
grinning at this.
Literally, he's like, oh, you know, finally, Quill's being cool. That just happened.
That's true. That's true. It's now destroying Haskell. He is still up though.
I just got 10 hero points back, so I feel okay.
Toby has chosen you today instead of the villains.
It's that BOGO deal, guys.
I guess so. All right, Quill, you are up.
Oh, Quill, how are we gonna do this? So I need to get next to him to Flame Blade. Can I cast other spells and still have Flame Blade up?
Is it concentration?
It's not a concentrate. It's just 1 bonus action self 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, then you can have it still.
Cool. In that case, I am going to step to here. I am going to cast Scorching Ray and have 3 bolts go at it. I'm just gonna roll 3d20 at the same time. Is that okay? And then I'll just look at what they did.
Sure.
Okay.
I see 2 16s and an 18.
Oh, yeah, those are all +7. I'm pretty sure I hit with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay. Do you want me to roll my 3d6s separately, or can I just roll them all as one big
You
happy
can just
family?
roll them.
Okay, so this is going to be 3, 6, 9. Oh man, it only goes up to 8. Let me see if I can. Nope, it didn't open a thing for me. Hang on. Ignore that too. Roll 3d6. Nope. 9d6. I'm just going to type it and see if that works.
All the d6. 24.
Oh, yeah. 24. I'm going to re-roll both of the 2s. Those are gonna be just 4 more damage.
So 28?
28, plus I'm gonna spend a hero point to do 9 more damage.
Okay, 28 plus 9, so 37.
37 damage. And then I'm gonna lift off into the air with the wind carrying me. I go 10 feet and I'm gonna put myself between Avarice and it.
Okay.
Okay. Those are all of my actions. You can not do this. These are the only ones who stood by us through our anger, through our hurting. You have to stop.
It falls down and transforms before your eyes into your mother.
Oh shoot.
And
That's
I will show
not
you guys
good,
some
y'all.
art.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I need to find it in here. Hang on. Please hold, please hold.
Okay.
Because she looks really cool.
Let's
This
see
is what your-
Mama Quill. Queen Björnhild Skolvig's daughter. Oh, I remembered it.
So cool.
This is Quill's mom, everyone.
Oh,
Bjornhild.
dang. She got a real cool cat, too.
His name is Grava. He's not nice. Not a nice kitty cat.
Yeah, she is super cool. Also super mean.
Hey! She tried to murder me.
I said super cool and super mean. Hey,
Alright.
Avarice is also cool and also mean.
That's
Those
true.
things can be. Quill
Oh,
is
no,
mean
I have
and
mommy
cool.
issues. Just put that together. Oh man.
Anyway, I should swap the token. Hang on.
Man,
It's okay,
I have a
Quill.
wound
The rest of
from
us
like a
noticed it a
kitten
long time
tooth.
ago.
Can you guys like imagine that tooth just biting you? I don't want to
No.
think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, all that swappage. Now it looks like your mother, and she is she's like on the ground, breathing heavy. And you all hear this voice echo, and oh, I should have picked a cool filter for this. I didn't think of it until now. But Quill, you recognize this as Levistus.
Shit.
Actually, I'll use this one. So your mom is on the ground. She's battered and bloodied. It looks like she has taken all of the damage that you guys dealt out to this monster, and she's looking up at you in fear. And you hear echo across the landscape. Now do it. Finish her. It is your time, Quill.
Quill lifts her sword.
And you hear Avarice shout, "No, don't listen to him. Please, Quill, stop."
She's right here. In front of me. And it's not my turn anymore.
Not really her.
Yeah. Avarice is her turn. She's going to step up next to you and put her hand on your arm, Quill. And she looks at you, pleading, "Please, don't listen to him. This is a lie."
The tunnel vision is just there. She doesn't even seem to be registering that Avarice is talking to her. It's just like this bloodlust washes over her.
Avarice will shout to the rest of you, "Please, we have to stop her."
We cannot stop her. If this is to mean anything, she has to make her own decision. I will protect her and anyone from a fiend, but this decision is hers.
Did you not hear the voice? This is exactly what he
I
wants.
heard the voice, but I promised Quill before any of this. I wasn't going to force anything on her. It has to be her decision.
Avarice just is like pulling on your arm, And she just says, please, Quill, please look at me. And Moonlight, you are up.
Moonlight will step forward. Stand behind Haskell. It's clearly torn about what to do.
While you did not recognize the voice per se, Moonlight, you definitely, it didn't feel right. You're in touch enough with the spirits and, you know, your goddess. It felt like a
Question.
presence. Yes.
Does it feel like something is invading our simulation?
A little bit.
Like something is messing with the purification
Yeah,
ritual.
it has not. So you guys have now been through Haskell and Avarice, and you've seen sort of the conclusions of their conflicts. And this doesn't. Quill probably maybe can't tell the difference because she's just so like zoned in on this, but it doesn't feel like the others.
I am going to try and dispel magic on her mother.
Ooh, that's a nice idea.
That's a great idea. I love that.
Get rid of this thing.
Is that little blue bar on your health bar, Matt, from temporary hit points?
I think so.
That's cool. I didn't know it put like a little shield over your health bar.
I'm assuming that this would be
You will
more
need to
equivalent
roll.
than a 4th level.
Yes.
Okay.
Big money. Oh, the 5!
I'm going to. Oh, I don't have that ability, do I? No, we can spend a hero point to reroll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
It. I have to say the chat has never been so on our side in this campaign.
I know.
I get a +2 when we do the reroll. Is that right? Or am I
Correct.
thinking of something else? And
No,
we
that's
are
correct.
Affirmated.
Yep.
So that would be a total of 16.
Okay, you conjure up this energy from the Moonmaiden, and you direct it at this creature on the ground, and you feel your spell fizzle on its surface. Are you doing
Something-
anything else?
There's something very powerful. It is not your mother. There is something else there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Levistus was done with me, but he sees something very valuable in Quill. I know it. Haskell, you are up.
I promised you I wouldn't force your hand, Quill. Though I am going to help you take a minute and think about it. Now step back, take a breath, and think before you act. And,
Not going to let her
I'm-
hurt anyone again.
Casting suggestion on Quill.
Ooh, I love it.
Oh,
So make a wisdom saving throw.
That's not my strength.
And if you succeed, then roll it again.
Okay. Okay.
I'm mad with power tonight. I have so
Mad
many
with
hero
power.
points.
Roll.
That's pretty
Itch.
bad all on your own.
It's a 4. That's including all my bonuses.
oh boy.
So I'll put suggestion in the chat, but basically you can't do anything else until you follow what I just suggested you to do, which is step back, take a breath, and think about it.
Okay.
I love this. Okay. I assume you're not moving, Haskell.
No. I am
Okay.
surrounded by friends in danger.
That's D&D in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Stew Drinker, you are up.
So there's not really any space there. Is it all right if I hold until after Quill has
decided?
moved? Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you can just chill for the moment.
Okay. Thank you.
This thing is more or less incapacitated. It is just continued to look at Quill.
What is it saying?
It's saying now in your mother's voice, I knew you were weak. I knew it from the moment I laid my eyes on you. That's why I sent you away, sacrificed you to the Frostmaiden. And look at you now, too weak to even do it. Just as I thought. And Quill, you are up, but you have been suggested.
I've been suggested.
Haskell is enforcing those anger management rules.
So Quill takes the step back that Haskell demanded of her. And I feel like when the spell takes hold, because she has like these blue slitted demon eyes, and they just flash purple as the suggestion takes hold.
What color is your magic now, Haskell? Is it still purple?
Oh.
I think it's conflicting right now. It's like wavering between
like a lavender?
Gold and purple. Yeah.
Okay. So she steps back and she's grimacing and like fighting the suggestion, but she lowers her sword to her side and draws a slow breath.
Okay, that is your... Oh, sorry. I do not mean to interrupt. That's your turn as far as actions, but you can say stuff.
So how long does this... I have to consider what he said, right? I have to consider what I want to do.
Yeah, am
I feeling a compulsion still from Levistus or no?
You never felt compelled.
Okay, cool.
It was just you heard it.
Anger was within you all along.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, you feel how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And those feelings are real.
She kind of blinks and then looks over to Avarice for the first time and like really makes eye contact as if she's able to listen now. And that's her turn.
Okay.
I prayed before we go any further.
I prayed.
Have some hype in chat.
Thank you.
Hello. Welcome, Infinite RP. You guys are just in time for a very dramatic moment.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, new friends.
Okay. Avarice immediately fills the space between you and your weird illusion devil mother. And she takes your face in her hands and like looks you in the eyes, and she says, "Please don't do this. I want you with me. I have given up everything. I feel different, and I don't know what to do with that yet. And you are why I did it. Please don't leave me alone." And she looks like on that last word alone, you see just like all of this weight behind that word. As you guys literally just fought her loneliness demon. And she just looks at you as she holds your face.
Okay.
Moonlight.
Can I do a free action?
Sure.
Quill is going to drop her sword and just lean her forehead up against Avarice's shoulder and just like tucks her face into like the side of her neck.
Okay. Moonlight, anything specific happening? I know that there's not an immediate threat, so we can...
I'm just going to heal since I'm standing right next to Haskell, who I know is hurt. I will lay my hand on his shoulder.
He's quite hurt. 1 hit point hurt.
I have taken 206 damage tonight.
Wow, nice.
Whoa!
It's an awful lot.
That is a lot.
It's a lot of damage. Okay. So you get healed. Haskell, you are up.
How much should I get healed? I'll add it in a minute. Haskell's not going to intervene, so 11 is very nice, but it's
14
not enough.
total.
So I'm going to heal myself for some more. I'm going to cast a 3rd level heal on myself, and then I'm done.
Okay. Actually, no, it's not this music I want. It's this music. Stu. Are you
drinkers
doing anything?
Just gonna watch from up here.
All right, we can go ahead and leave initiative then, since we aren't actively fighting anything. So for all intents and purposes, Quill, it's back to you. Everyone is sort of letting their words fall on your ears and waiting to see what happens.
Okay.
We are out of initiative. I'm going to give them some space.
Quill wraps her arms around Avarice, just holding her close. And, but she's like shaking a little bit with like the effort of not going and killing this woman. I don't know what happens now. How do we make it go away?
Avarice will glance back at the mother. You have to let go. Perhaps that means forgiveness.
I don't have that in me, Avarice. I can't. It doesn't exist.
I've seen it in you, Quill. If you didn't have forgiveness, I'd be dead a long time ago. Let's be honest.
If you didn't have forgiveness, would I even be here?
Quill kind of rocks back at that, realizing, yeah, that's a really good point, and looks over Avarice's shoulder to the woman behind her. Get out of here. You have no hold over me.
Your mother looks shocked and slowly stands up. And it looks like she's about to sort of retort and say something nasty, but instead she just fades into snow and blows away on the wind. I knew you could do it. Avarice will motion all of you guys over. Like, come on, group hug time.
I don't do group hugs. But good
you
job,
are today
Quill.
doing a group hug. I will push him along. Pick him up if I have to.
Gets
Oh,
dragged
yeah.
along by the Goliaths.
I could see Moon Eye and Stew Drinker doing like that lift where each of us lift him by an arm. And we
Like you
him
do
up.
with little
Okay.
children.
Yeah.
Bring him over.
Fine.
Avarice kind of ruffles your hair, Haskell, in the group hug.
You're making this way too soft, Avarice.
And we will go ahead and take a break right there. That's a good moment. So we will be back. We're only halfway through, so don't go away. We've got a few more awesome things to get through. We'll be gone for about 10 minutes, so we'll be back at 22. But you know, we're always a little late, so probably 25. But we'll be back. See you guys soon.
Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for letting us take a quick break. We all needed to take some decompression breaths, let the emotions flow through us.
It's called a short rest, Tori.
Well, this was a short rest of the heart, I think, Chase.
Oh, okay. That checks out.
It's been a great session so far. And just like chat was saying, somehow we are only halfway through, but already so much has happened. If you're just joining us, Quill has just conquered, in a way, her rage monster, her internal rage monster, and let go of the, I don't know, malice toward her mother. How would you summarize it, Em?
Her vendetta. She had to give
vendetta.
up on her vendetta in order to keep her friends safe.
So, as your mother fades away into just like snow dust, the scene around you, in a familiar way, begins to fade as well. And I need to jump you guys over to the next scene, which I will do momentarily.
Chase, stop.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought I took you guys. Hold on.
I was experimenting.
Like literally lines all over my screen.
Hang on. Where did Haskell go?
Fled in a very weird way.
Get back over here.
He's escaping the group hug.
He's
oh my
right
goodness. What are these lines? Okay.
He's screwing everything up.
All right. Well, you've been put into timeout. If only Katie were here to throw that timeout thing over your screen. Did it work? Okay, there it goes. Now activate. Success.
It says I do not own any tokens with vision in this scene.
Same.
What?
I just need my token dragged on, I think.
Yeah. You can also just right click the scene and disable token vision.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to do that. Hang on. Sorry, everyone. Token vision. There we go.
It happens.
Save.
We're learning a new
Did it work?
Ooh, this is pretty.
What am I looking at? I see blue circles.
Yeah. You are not in snow or ice. You the ground beneath you is like this kind of glittery sand. And it feels like very cool. You look up and you see there are cracks in the ceiling of this enormous cave kind of thing you're in. And you can't really see like beyond just the light shining through, but it is this pale light. It seems like moonlight. And you are all standing around in this space. When you see up ahead an enormous, the light way up here, if you guys zoom out on the map, if you can see my little ping, the light up here begins to like come in on itself and focus and become brighter and more I don't know, like more focused. I'm not good at words tonight. It becomes brighter and more intense. That's the word I was thinking of. And almost blinding to a point as you guys watch this. Then you see a shape step out of the light and you see a giant woman standing in the moonlight. I will show you some art. It's not super exciting art, but
I think it's very exciting.
There you go. Does that work?
Yeah.
She's like the positive version of your mother.
This is your mother in another version of events. No, this woman stands before you and she smiles at all of you and says, "Welcome. I am so pleased you have made it this far."
Who are you? I don't recognize you.
She smiles again, and it's somehow cold and warm at the same time. And she says, "I am the Moon Maiden, of course. Please, step forward."
Haskell's gonna raise his eyebrows and look at Moon Eye.
It is the maiden. I will step forward.
Give me 1 sec. This is going to go on the tally mark of Tori leaving the desk, but I need to put my dog away for 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'm adding Hungry's clone.
Time to get weird again, apparently. Remember what happened last time Tori left her desk? Things got out of hand.
I think I started yelling at her to bring back lip gloss.
That was chat.
Color pop.
Yeah, color pop. What color was it again?
She didn't know. It was C219, I think.
See, Toby said she better bring back some lipstick. That was what happened last time. She's got 17 villain points now, too, so.
Did you say if I have 17 villain points?
Yeah,
what the heck?
Hexeter just came
what
in.
Am I?
He just came in and was like, oh, boom, sorry, I'm late.
Well, Hexter, I'm very sorry if I disappoint you, but small spoiler, we've gotten through the bulk of our combat, so I'll see if there's any ways I can use these.
You don't know that I'm about to fight the Moonmaiden.
Yeah, we're gonna fight the Moonmaiden.
Okay. I don't think Moon Eye's gonna be down for that.
Well, we'll fight Moon Eye.
All right.
Have to bring it on.
So yes, she says step forward, and
I'm gonna take Haskell off the spell list of people who have extra hit points.
Haskell in reality looks very excited, and he's gonna go running forward. It's been so long since I've met a god.
The sand is so nice. Like, it's just a really pleasant texture underneath your boots. And as you kick it up, like as you're running, it just sort of glitters with this like dark blue, just like on the map with the little sparklies you see. Like, it's just this dark blue iridescent color.
Yeah, this is like the most like fairy tale happy that you've ever seen Haskell. He's practically skipping on this glittery sand.
Avarice will move forward with Quill, sort of matching her pace and position. Stew Drinker and Moon Eye, what are you guys doing?
Stew Drinker's waiting for Moon Eye.
I'll walk forward with everyone else.
Haskell's just right up next to her. I love the image of Haskell just like, and she's huge too. So you're just like,
he's gonna slide like to one knee in a very like elegant bow as he reaches her.
My gosh.
Avarice seems a little uncomfortable, Quill. Like, not threatened, but just sort of not quite sure what to do with herself.
You're not Avarice. You are welcome here.
Moonmaiden, you're the only non-devil deity that I've met in this frozen hell. I guess not met. We've just barely met. But I feel like we've known each other for a long time.
I feel the same way about you, Haskell. And somehow, I find you quite unforgettable.
That's what most people say. He grins. But your most devout servant is right here. He loves you more than anybody else that I've seen in this place.
It is no contest. But I am, of course, pleased with your service.
He does like a reverent bow.
And I'm so sorry, Ian, but I hardly ever use it. So could you remind me of... Actually, I should be able to just find it. Keothi. That's what it is. Yep. You have done so well, Keothi. And so have you, Kazarin.
Thank you, maiden.
Thank you.
It's an honor to serve you.
I am so pleased that you have all chosen this path, that you have all accepted what I could offer. And she'll glance toward Quill and Avarice and Haskell at this. But you two, you have received nothing yet.
The honor to travel with these people in their time of need has been enough for me. Thank you.
That is what you say, Keothi, but I know your heart. You are concerned that you are not closer to me, that you do not have a more connected relationship. speak truth.
Moonlight will glance to the floor. This is true. You speak the truth, maiden. I just I do not think that I deserved to have such a strong relationship with you. I do wish to have that. I do not know. I'm not sure.
Don't be a fool, Moonlight. He's usually so wise. Speak confidently as you normally do. You've earned this more than anyone else.
Thank you, Haskell.
She will lightly brush past you, Haskell, with a smile, and step up toward Moonlight and Stew Drinker. You feel you do not deserve more, Keothi, because you still bear the darkness of shame and regret.
This is true. I desire more.
As these others have done, so must you. You must let go. Forgive yourself. Live with the darkness inside you and move on.
Yes, we must all have darkness, as well as light within us.
You say that often, Keothi, as it is the truth. But I wonder if you recognize the light inside you as much as you recognize the darkness.
I am but a vessel for you. That is all. I am here to assist my brother in his important quest.
Haskell's gonna scooch over and cast light on Moonlight.
What are you casting it on?
His armor.
So he starts glowing.
Uh-huh.
In this place, it comes off as a pale moonlight, Haskell, rather than like a brighter light.
I will glance at the light. Perhaps my friends see more of that light within me than I see in myself.
He only has one eye. You can't blame him.
You must learn to recognize the light inside of you, and not just others. You say you are my vessel, and this thing is true. But you are not just that. And you are not just here for Kazarin. You know that. Yes?
I do know that. Yes.
Then live like it. And she'll bend down and get like slightly closer to your level, put her hand on your shoulder, and the other one is like held up, and she'll open it, and you see this stone that is glowing with this pale light, and you see that inside of it is this pale light and also this shadow that also seems to have a glow of its own, almost like the dark blue sand here, and it's kind of mixing, swirling together, but you see there are the two inside. This is for you, my gift. The balance of twilight.
Thank you, my maiden. I will reach out to it.
All right, you grab it and it's yours, and it does a magic thing. I'll send this to you, but basically, as a reaction, when a creature you can see within 60 feet hits with an attack, you can you can deal 1d6 plus your spellcasting modifier radiant damage to it. And when a creature you can see within 60 feet is hit with an attack, you can heal it for 1d6 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Ooh,
either
so
one or
cool.
the other. So you can hurt a thing or you can heal a thing.
Great.
That's amazing.
Thank you, my lady.
She will smile and sort of poke your chest just very lightly and say, I hope the balance of twilight will remind you all you have inside, not just the shadows.
It will. I will live my life in the twilight, not in the shadows.
And you, Kazarin, you have come seeking my gift. You are a heart of pure light. And we need those because there are many whose heart is pure darkness. You have earned this gift more than many others I have seen in the past, and I am pleased to give it to you. But first I must ask, what do you vow in return? What will you do with this gift?
Well, I'll save everyone I can. I want my sister to be able to see this land without this eternal grip of winter. I want people to not have to resort to desperate measures just to survive. I will lay my life on the line for anyone who's struggling. With your gift, I want to be a hero.
He already is a hero. This will just make him a better one.
She chuckles a little at this. That is a worthy mission. I would add one thing more, if you will. You may seek to do much good in this world, but as there is twilight, darkness, to oppose it, there are many who will do all they can to oppose that light. You must not bear this as your fault.
All right.
You will do what you can, and that is enough.
Okay.
She will take her hand and take both hands and place them on your shoulders as she kneels down. And she closes her eyes, and you all see this moonlight, this shaft of moonlight come and spotlight Stew Drinker, and he starts glowing for a moment. And then Stew Drinker, you start to transform before everyone's eyes, and you guys all hear this popping and snapping as his body transforms. And Stew Drinker is quite uncomfortable, but not life-threatening. And then you all see before you a hybrid werebear version of Stew Drinker. He is a bipedal polar bear. Stew Drinker, would you like to describe what Stew Drinker looks like as a polar bear hybrid?
Yeah. So in this case, whenever he's taken on the form of like in going into rage mode, you've seen that like very protective, gentle, and yet ferocious when it comes to defending him grizzly bear. And then when he was influenced by the dragon to attack Moonlight, unfortunately, you saw that change into this this like rabid polar bear with like sparking white eyes. But this is in a way almost as though that rabid polar bear had combined with that very maternal grizzly bear, in that it's like you still see the same size and impressive physique, but instead of having those sparking, ferocious, malice-infused eyes, you see very protective ones that are, though ferocious in their own right, they gaze upon each of you, his friends, with kindness and determination. And of course, though taking on this hybrid form, he still bears the scars of the past, one on his chest and one on his back, for the times that he has encountered some threats in the form of crag cats with Moonlight and with Cloud Thinker.
And just to remind you guys what a bipedal hybrid form werebear looks like, because I can never get enough of this picture. This is what we're looking at with Stew Drinker, minus the eye patch and the fishing pole and stuff. But
is it smiling? Does Stew Drinker still smile as a bear?
Absolutely.
Got to.
Not a question.
Cool. I'll send you Stew Drinker what all that does for you mechanically. But you are now officially a lycanthrope. Congratulations.
Sick.
Maiden, before you send us away from this peaceful place, may I ask of a favor?
Of course.
May I have some keepsake from you? Something mundane, unextraordinary. Something that when I tell your story, it will be difficult for people to believe. I always find when I tell these stories, if it keeps a layer of faith that people still need, it keeps your influence stronger.
Perhaps I can find something. I would ask something of you in return.
Anything. I don't have much. This place has not treated me with much wealth.
Perhaps it is unfair to insist on this being a bargain, as it will require much more than it will of me. However, I planned to ask all of you this regardless. Kazarin, you have mentioned this eternal winter, and I am well aware that this place, Icewind Dale, is trapped under the freezing influence of the Frostmaiden. This cannot go on. She must be stopped. If I could interfere, I would have long ago. Unfortunately, she has created a silo of sorts, cut off from other divinities, So it is up to you to stop this. Can you do this?
I have already promised my destiny to another. What say you about this, Quill?
Quill gives a slow nod. I do not know what my bond to Levistus will be after this. I had signed a contract beforehand, and that might need to be dealt with before I am free to help with this mission.
You have indeed offered much to the devil Levistus, as have you, Avarice. Sadly, these sorts of agreements are quite difficult, if not impossible, to break. You are smart, though, and there are always loopholes. Perhaps you may find one yet. I am afraid there is one more thing that you ought to know, Haskell. This influence I helped rid you of. It is unfamiliar to me. It is not of this realm. But I do believe it to be a threat. And I do believe it to be within this fallen city, frozen in the ice. This is not a mission, please understand. I know not what to do with this knowledge, but I felt it was at least worth sharing, seeing as you were touched by this thing.
He's gonna do another respectful bow. I will discover this for myself, and I will do as you ask. I will find a way to help Quill find a loophole in the process. Since I've found myself here, I've just been looking for guidance from some of the gods. They've guided me my entire life, and since I got here was nothing but cold silence and twisted voices contorting with one another with lies and deceit. This is the most refreshing thing that I've received in months. So thank you.
The cold light of the moon reveals many things, including our path forward. Here, take this. She will reach inside her pocket and hand you a small pebble that has the same, like, impossible iridescent blue glow of the sand around you. It's like moonlight just condensed down and shoved into a pebble.
This is perfect. Enough to be mistaken for some sort of lucky rock. He'll do
Perhaps it will bring you luck.
He's gonna pull out the vial that he found in that ruin. Is this of any value to you?
This is a token of Mistra, the goddess of magic. She offers mysterious gifts, though if you have earned it, I suspect not a sinister one.
I did earn it.
Then it is yours.
My luck is really turning around in this place. And he's gonna put that in his satchel with the little pebble. He straightens up, looks so proud.
Moon Maiden, if I may ask for the clarity of your light to assist me I have 2 items that I need to understand their purpose so I can understand where I should pass them on to.
You guys are so sneaky, getting a god to identify your magic items. By the way, what is this? So you're showing her the amulet, and
I'm showing her the necklace and that big fist-sized gem that I had.
Okay, the gem, she'll tell you. I don't know how to say this in pretty Moon Maiden language, so I'll just tell you. Basically, you say a command word, and it will hover in the air, and it can hold up to 200 pounds.
Whoa.
She will tell you that it is Netherese in origin. And then the amulet. Where did my notes go about that? The amulet. Oh, she says it is a key to a shield guardian. It's like basically like a shield guardian will attack whoever doesn't have this amulet, and will obey the orders of whoever does have this amulet. But she will tell you she's not quite certain where the shield guardian might be on your plane, but that the amulet might be able to lead you there.
Thank you, my maiden.
If you choose to seek it out.
You are so wise, Moon Maiden. Now send us back into the cold hellscape. We should not be pestering you any longer, and I'm anxious to start these new tasks. At least send me. The rest of you can stay if you'd like, and I shall let you.
Patience, Haskell. She'll turn finally to Quill and Avarice and ask, do you desire anything of me?
Quill looks first to Avarice to see if Avarice has any wishes.
Avarice looks uncomfortable, and she says, if you don't mind, I think I've had enough dealings with gods for one lifetime, but I do thank you for what you have done so far.
Does the goddess not respond to that? Just deadpan.
She'll just smile.
Serious right now?
She'll smile and nod and look at Quill.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like a gracious,
was gonna
like,
get struck down for a second. I was like, no. Okay. Quill, in that case, will look to all of her friends. I do not think that I deserve anything. Everything good that has happened because of them.
You have chosen these things.
Yes.
Does that count for nothing?
It was for selfish reasons, I think.
Every choice must start somewhere.
I wanted to have friends, to have a family, and they were the ones that brought me along. All credit goes to them. She'll just kind of like tilt her head.
You are looking for your way forward, Tranquility. You are searching around in the shadows. But now you must turn around and see the light shining on your back. It is there. and you will find it.
As you say.
She'll nod and step back. And once again, the moonlight starts to fill the room again, but this time it focuses around you guys. And she just looks at all of you warmly and says, I bid you farewell and good luck. I will be with you however I can. And you all are blinded in the light and find yourselves waking up in the ice and snow of Icewind Dale. Once more. I need to drop you guys over here in a second. Activate. And we gotta turn off token vision, right, Chase?
Yeah, if it's on.
It is off. Okay, perfect. You find yourselves in the snow, scattered around the bonfire post ritual, and Oyamanartok, as well as many other of the tribe members are sitting, watching you closely. You guys, it was morning when you started this, and you see now that it is twilight. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was nighttime because they did it in the moonlight. It is now like the cool light of sort of Icewind Dale's version of a dawn. It's always pretty dark, but you can see that the cold morning light is now filling the area.
Am I still real bloodied up and cut?
No, I guess that's true. You guys are all healed and everything, though
it's just a nightmare.
Your spells are not back, just your health.
What about my skin color?
You are not blue anymore.
Should I just like sprint to the bathroom and take this off?
Just like whoosh. No, I'm sure we can leave it till next time.
Okay.
But yes, you are your regular color. And Quill, you feel probably not exactly like your old self because a lot has happened since then. But you don't feel this hold over you anymore.
Does my alignment change or is it still... Okay, cool.
Haskell's gonna jump up excitedly. He's gonna go grab Moon Eye's cloak and he's gonna shake him excitedly, and then he's gonna go dancing around the fire, beating on his drum.
What are you doing?
We just saw a god.
Yes?
We are now true friends. We've walked the astral planes together.
Do you do this
Haskell.
when you see a
He's gonna
animal?
have to celebrate. He's gonna give like a firm smack on like the back of Oyamanartok's calf. kind of like a shoulder pat, but that's all he can reach. And then he's just gonna keep dancing. He's just gonna giggle and dance and drum.
I take
He's gonna revel, as they would say.
It seems you have all returned, and you are all the better for it. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. The ritual was horrifying and terrible, but also had a very good outcome.
I did warn you of this thing.
Wait a minute. He's gonna reach inside his satchel. Does he have the pebble?
Yes, you do. And Moon Eye, you still have your Twilight Stone. And I don't know, Stu Drinker, if you're testing out your werebearness, but you will still have that.
Great. I'll probably still be in werebear form, just still trying to pay respect to this gift that's been given him.
It is so good to see the light of the Moon Maiden. touching your lives.
If I didn't have this pebble, we would have a problem.
Perhaps you rest and relax this day. We can have a celebration in honor of the Moonmaiden and you tonight. Will you stay with us one more day?
Haskell looks like a child wanting to go to Disneyland at Quill.
I think that would be very nice.
He smiles and nods excitedly.
Then let us prepare. And Oyman Artak will get up and start shouting, and the other werebears are all very excited and happy. I think we'll go ahead and wrap there for tonight. That's a nice spot to end it. I do apologize to my wonderful Hexter for sitting on your 17 villain points.
Just roll them over like last time.
I don't think I could keep rolling them over. Otherwise, I'm going to build up like 100 by the end of the season. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Level up, you guys. Oh, shoot.
Sick.
That's awesome. Also, yes, thank you, chat, for letting Haskell take hundreds of damage tonight.
Oh my goodness, so
And still
much
have the
damage.
very unlucky 13 left over.
So much damage. Yes. We had lots of love from chat tonight. You guys especially.
Who would have ever guessed the halfling bard would become the damage sink?
The new tank. Stew Drinker, you're out of the job. Why don't you go learn some magic?
You're just not mouthy enough, Stew Drinker.
Quill liked you too much, so her anger was not directed at you. Just everyone else. Cool. Yeah, so that's our session. Thank you, players. Thank you, chat. We will be back tomorrow night with some tabletop treasure hunters. Hooray! It is the hang on, I got this. It is the Powder Pact and the Company of Honor.
Yeah.
And specifically, it is Midge, Gilgamesh, Pjalb, and Chichki.
Yeah.
Indeed. So
doing some festival games to impress a kingdom to see if they can get the rights to go mine and obtain a new kind of star medal.
Yes. We'll see how that goes.
I'm so excited to be able to play with Midge and Pjalb, and their little dynamic is going to be amazing. I'm very excited for it.
Oh, yeah.
This group is going to be
funny.
like below 3 foot, and the shenanigans are going to be to the sky.
Chase was like, Emily, you're going to have a circus on your hands with all these players. I'm like, Chase, you're going to have the circus on your hands because I'm part of the show.
I am in the circus.
Yes.
So tune in tomorrow night because it'll be good fun. And that's all we have this week, right? Nothing on Wednesday.
Correct.
We're taking a little bit of a break after the craziness of last
Running
week.
fundraisers is a lot of work, guys. So we're
Like,
taking
the whole
taking
month
a
leading up
breather.
to it, we're all like, oh my goodness.
Yes, and now that big hurdle is behind us, and it was great. So, tune in tomorrow night, and then we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Rime of the Frostgeeks. We'll see where our newly refreshed adventurers decide to head off to. I feel like we've turned over a new leaf with this chapter. I feel like I've closed a chapter, and now we're on to the next one. So it'll be an exciting change. And
Don't worry though, Quill and Haskell still have a little bit of edgy badassness left over. Don't
well,
you worry.
Avarice is still in the group for now, so I don't think
Yeah.
she's quite lost her she's quite lost her short temper, I should say.
Mhm.
But she's lost her temper. We all felt
She's
the
lost
fireball.
her temper many times. So if you like what we do and you want to see more, please follow or subscribe on Twitch or YouTube, where we're uploading all our VODs, or social media. And please join us over on Discord if you haven't already. We broke 100 on our Discord channel, which is super exciting. There's so many cool people over there. So go check that out. Go join in the conversation. You can also show your support by purchasing dice and cool stuff from Die Hard Dice or any of our other affiliate partners. They have some real goodies, some real gems, so go check it out. You can use our code level 1 geek at Die Hard Dice for 10% off. If you want to go get some new dice or whatever. So
they got pretty ones.
They do. They very much do. They have some pumpkin themed ones for this month. So if you want to get them in time for Halloween,
those scary sessions with the pumpkin dice.
Yes. If you are already doing one or all of these things, thanks so much. We love you guys. We love our community. We have the best community in the universe. Now, go take a long rest. Hang on to your friends. Listen to their advice. They want what's best for you. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.